Hey guys, Coach Ross here, co-founder Game Changer Performance. As you can see, slightly different change of scene today. We are currently on vacation. We first were in Glasgow for my 30th birthday party with my fellow triplets, and then we're on the second part of our journey now of three, where we're at Mal's parents' place in Sweden. So beautiful place. Weather's not bad. It's not great. It's kind of cold, but it's all right. It's a nice change of scene from Dubai. All right, what we're going to talk about today. So essentially, one of the kind of questions we got or started getting since we launched our program, GCP Fat Loss Systems, is um, are calories important, and why is it that you don't put a huge focus or primary importance on calories with your coaching program? So let's start with firstly, are calories important? Well, yes, they are, and the reality is that the overwhelming body of research definitely supports that the number one factor that contributes to weight loss and weight gain is calories, energy balance. Energy balance being calories in versus calories out. Now, the thing is that are they probably the number one most important thing for weight loss? Yes, they probably are. Now, there are other factors to consider, such as digestion and hormonal response to food, etc. But the reality is that majority of the time, most people need to observe: are they moving enough, exercising enough, and are they eating at the right balance for their needs? Now, moving on from that, the next thing is, okay, well, why is it that you don't focus on that if it is so important in your coaching program? The reason being is that for a lot of people to start out with, counting calories and counting grams and getting kind of okay every single exact gram of their macros, so exactly the right amount of protein, exactly the right amount of carbs, exactly the right amount of fats, it can be a bit overwhelming for people in the beginning. So the reason that we wanted to launch our first program of many to come in the future is on habits, with the habits focus, is that it seems to be a much, at least in our experience, a much more manageable and attainable way of moving someone gradually towards their goals. So just give you an example, we can look at calories or a macronutrient group, and we can very much individualize that in a habit format. So for example, we can say to someone, okay, well, we can see based off of your food log that you're not getting enough protein in your nutrition intake. So we might set that habit challenge for that individual as, okay, you're going to make sure that you eat one serving of protein at each meal, and they might have a certain target to make sure they eat 3 or 4 meals a day. So therefore, we can say keep it as basic as, okay, you want to, if you're a female, eat a palm size worth of protein. If you're a guy, 2 palm sizes worth of protein at every single meal. And that can come from mostly lean sources. So you're looking at lean beef, chicken, fish, etc. Now, if someone's a little bit more advanced and they wanted to scale that habit up, we might tell that person, okay, well, if you have a food scale, we want you to have, for example, if you're a female, 80 grams of protein, cooked weight at each meal, and a male, you may have somewhere along the lines of 120 to 150. I mean, it just depends on how precise we're going with that. So the reason that we start with a habit-based program is that from a scaling up and scaling down perspective, we're focusing on one thing at a time. We're making sure that we ingrain that as a habit, something that's going to last and stay with them. And then later down the line, once they've kind of attained one habit at a time, we can then start kind of bringing together the whole thing. And to be honest, we even don't need to do that most of the time, because by the time they've put all these smaller habits in place, everything is working in unison anyway. So a little bit about our program. We set it up in a way where it's essentially 12 2-week habit challenges, so 14-day habit challenges. So there's 12 habits across 2-week periods, and that then lasts a total of 6 months if people stay with the full course of the program. But the thing that we can guarantee that by the end of that 6 months, you've had a sufficient amount of time for those changes that you've made to your diet, your lifestyle, and your exercise routine, lasting changes, as opposed to just a 8 to 12 week shred where you just get as lean as possible, and then the habits haven't really had a chance to set in, and you kind of go back towards your old habits again. And then even as we get through that 3 to 6 month period, someone may be at a stage where they're kind of came to grips with all of the basics of nutrition, that it may be, right, I want to dial things in a bit more specifically, and then at that stage we might say, okay, great, now let's start dialing in your calorie amount and your proteins and carbs and fats, etc., and fiber and whatever else you want to track. Now, with that said, depending on the person, it might be that we need to start that process a little bit earlier. Now, some people just are better, their brain just works better with numbers and metrics, so they may want to start off a little bit sooner with that, but other people, they're not really that interested in the numbers and the metrics, so it may be that we have to work on more of a portion system with them, so that as coaches we cannot understand the macros and the calorie levels that they're eating, but all they need to quantify as is, okay, well, I'm just making sure that I hit my one portion of this, like one portion of protein, one portion of this, one portion of that, vegetables, etc. So to kind of summarize it all together, are calories important? Yes. Is it something we do straight away with most of our coaching clients? No. Is it something that we think that people should do at some stage? Yeah, absolutely. I think once you can put the numbers to the what you see on your plate, and you don't have to do it long term, you can definitely do that for a 1 to 3 month or longer period until you can really learn what calories and macros look like visually on a plate, and then you can then start eating more intuitively. So yeah, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please comment in the comment section below. If you're looking at this via YouTube, again, also in the comment section below. If you're interested in knowing more about our GCP Fat Loss Systems coaching program, online group coaching program, you can check out www.gcperformance, and you'll see the link on the front page to the program explaining more about what it offers. Thanks, guys. We will catch up again soon. Take care.